Oh, hi, teens. All right, let's talk about Justinian and Theodora, power couple of the Byzantine Empire. These two were like the Kim and Kanye of their time, except with more political intrigue and less reality TV. And Kim and Kanye are just as much as history as these two, but neither here nor there. Let's get into this. First, let's talk about Justinian. This guy was known for his lawmaking skills, which is like being the coolest kid in math class. He was the mastermind behind the Justinian Code, which basically made the Byzantine legal system the most complex and confusing thing since algebra. But let's not forget about Theodora. She was Justinian's wife and a former actress, which is basically like being a Kardashian in those ancient times, huh? But Theodora was not just a pretty face, she was also a savvy politician and a bit of a rebel. She was known for her support of the lower classes and for standing up to the male dominated political system. And let's look at their love story. Justinian was smitten with Theodora from the moment he laid eyes on her. But here's the catch. She was a former prostitute. That's right, folks. The emperor fell in love with a lady of the night, like a royal version of Pretty Woman. But despite this scandal, Justinian and Theodora managed to make it work. They were the ultimate power couple, ruling Byzantine Empire together for over 20 years. Yes, like Jay-Z and Beyonce of the ancient world, except more chariot races and less hip-hop. And you know what? This was even more important and more impressive. They survived the Nika riots. That's what's impressive to me. Those that don't know, the Nika riots were a massive uprising in Constantinople that threatened to overthrow Justinian's rule. But instead of fleeing the city like a coward, Justinian and Theodora stayed put and used their wits to quell the rebellion. Actually, there's a legendary quote attributed to Theodora here. When Justinian was considering fleeing from those Nika riots in 532 AD, Theodora is said to have told him, "Those who have worn the crown should never survive its loss. Never will I see the day when I am not saluted as empress." In other words, she was telling him, if he fled, he might as well not come back. This quote has been the subject of much humor over the years, as it shows Theodora's fierce loyalty to her title and her sense of humor at the expense of her husband. Regardless, the duo faced a mob of angry citizens and won, like an historical version of Survivor, and they did it. Oh, and Justinian ended up executing a crap load of them afterwards, but never mind that part of the story. Neither here nor there. So in conclusion, Justinian and Theodora were the ultimate couple. Throughout history, they're in the top 10, I'd say. They were like the Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively of the ancient world, except more togas, less paparazzi. You get the dynamic, you understand. Let's not forget that they were the ultimate survivors, both in love and in politics. You want to know more about this story? Then look it up. Do some research. Read a book. Expand your horizons. Stay curious, my little historians. You stay curious.